Hi, my name is Olivia Lowery, and I'm one of the senior attorneys at Blood Law. I'm licensed in North and South Carolina, and I'm based out of our Fort Mill office, which is in Baxter Village. Prior to deciding that I was going to go to law school, I was actually pre-dental. I went to East Carolina University, which is a really good school when it comes to doing your prereqs for dental school because they have their own dental school there. A couple years into my schooling, I realized that it was just not for me. Those medical classes, chemistry, were really challenging for me. And honestly, all of a sudden, a lot of those medical things were just really gross to me. And so I actually came down to Charlotte, and Anna had her firm already, and I hung out with her for a day or so, got to see what it was like to be an actual family law attorney, and I also came down to watch her go to court. After that, I decided, hey, why not? I'll just go ahead and take the LSAT and see if I get in, or see if my score is high enough to even apply to law school. After one try, shockingly, I actually had a high enough score and applied to Campbell Law, and that's where I ended up going to law school. And pretty quickly into law school, I realized I wanted to do family law. Me, of course, just like Anna, I'm a child of divorce. But that's not necessarily why I wanted to get into it. Because of that, I feel like while, going through a divorce as a child, it can be traumatizing to some. I think that it doesn't have to be that way because it wasn't necessarily traumatizing for me. There were some issues here and there. It's not easy to go through a divorce, but I kind of feel like I had an interesting perspective of someone who was not law, someone who didn't come from law. A lot of the people in law school had like a political science major or something like that, but I was actually a public health major. So a lot of my schooling came from, just a totally different perspective. And when I take cases now, my primary focus is trying to see if we can settle a case. The worst thing that you want to do is go to court and have a judge who has just seen you for a few minutes make a decision about your children, about your assets, about, everything that's happened to you in the past 10 years, 20 years even, and you just have to live with that. So what is the better thing to do? Try mediation. See if you can negotiate with your spouse. See if you can try to come to a resolution without resorting to going in front of a stranger and letting them just make a decision. And not only that, but litigating a case is so expensive. Let's not spend, all of our assets trying to just have one over on our spouse when maybe we can sit down, have a conversation, even, negotiate between attorneys and come to a resolution that we can live with.